Hello everyone, it's Sheila back again. I have been busy today. I haven't got a lot of knitting done. I started off first this morning. I'm doing a little bit of the this little cardigan. I've just started on the sleeve actually. I've just had my tea and settled down, but I've had a little bit of a busy day today. I started off with, I'll put that down in a minute and show you. These were all the coasters that Emma sent to me, that she wanted to do for me, and didn't want anything for them. She thought she'd be help me out on my eBay shop. So I've been sorting them out today, and it takes quite a little while because I have to photograph them, take a few photographs and put them up on Etsy. And there is a way where you can just put one thing, but all of them come up, you know, people can pick whatever colour, but I couldn't work it out, so I had to do them all separate, and I had to put something different in the title for every one, because it wouldn't allow them all the same thing going up, so I just had to put the different colour for each one. So that's what it took quite a while for to do that. So they are all ready, and for anyone that might be interested, I've put them up for, I think they're all acrylic. I'm not absolutely certain. I'm not sure whether one or two of them might be cotton, but I'm not absolutely certain of that, so I've just put them up as acrylic, and I've put them up for £3.50. So if for a set of 4, which is a set of 4 like that, because I'm not going to make a lot for, you know, what someone else has given me. I just want enough for to cover what it cost me, and maybe a little bit to buy a little bit wool with. So the £3.50 covers, it'll cost me £1, about £1.05 for second class postage, and then there's a little envelopes that I put them in, or probably work out about 20p each, so that's £1.25. And then eBay takes 12, I think it's between 12 and 13, maybe it's about 13%, I'm not exactly certain. They take about 13% off, and then you have to pay 30p for showing them, but you don't pay that until you actually sell them, so which is a little bit better than Etsy. You have to pay the fee on Etsy before you sold them. So what I get after that, the little bit that comes back after that, will probably maybe buy me a ball of wool. So that's what I was doing this morning. It took me quite a while to get those, because there are 12 sets of 4 coasters here. But like I said, if anyone is interested, I'll put the my eBay shop in the description box, and they are £3.50 for a set of 4, which is actually, when I've looked on eBay, there is a lot of acrylic ones. They do sell them for a lot less than what we sell the cotton ones for. And I did have a sale off eBay this morning as well. A lady called Carol Ann. I've got there's 2 ladies called Carol Ann that I know of, and another lady called Carol. There's quite a few called Carol, but this is Carol Ann, and she bought my set of, the last set I had of my coasters, the cotton coasters I did myself on that I had up on eBay. So I'll have to get some of those ones done myself again. But anyway, those ones are gone, and I have just been up just before I had my tea. I just went up to the post box and put the packet in the post box for Carol Ann. So I think you're probably one of my subscribers, Carol Ann, so if you're watching, it's on its way to you anyway. But I also had a visit from my granddaughter's partner, Craig. He came, wanted to borrow my lawnmower because theirs is kaput. And so he said, Well, he said he wants to come and pinch it, but he said before he pinched it, he says, I'll cut your grass for you. So I thought, all right, oh then. Of course, I decided to do a little bit digging down the, I have a hedge, goes all the way down the side of my back garden, and there was a lot of weeds in there, and I decided I was going, that's what I was doing when he actually came. I thought I was going to spend an hour in my garden digging the weeds out of the, from underneath the hedge. So that's what I was doing. Then I got a message from Craig to ask about the lawnmower. So he came up, and while he was doing that, I thought I'll make myself a few scones, because I haven't done any really cooking for quite a while. Like, so I made a lot of cheese scones, and Craig was sitting having a cup of coffee while I was doing this, and it just reminded me on, I'm going to tell you a little story. My mother, I was actually there at the time. I can't remember how old I was. I was probably about 16 or 17 or something, but there was some sort of party going on in the street where I lived in at the time. I can't remember what it was for, but everybody in the street were doing baking and things like that. And there was a lady who lived down the street called Mary, and she was at my house with my mother, and they were baking, doing all sorts, pies and things, and I was helping them doing like scones and things like that. And the lady called Mary, she had been making some pies, and when she was rolling the pastry up, she had finished it, and she had a piece of pastry in her hand, and she was rolling it around in her hand like this, a bit of pastry that was left over. And she said to my mum, the pastry's great for getting the muck out of your hands. And she was rolling on me. My mum just looked at each other, and I think after Mary went, I says, my mum says to me, make sure you don't eat any of Mary's pies. I think she meant if there was any pastry left over, that's what you do. And then that's what they were doing with it. But I mean, you wouldn't be wanting to bake with dirty hands anyway, would you? You want clean hands, like. But anyway, that was just a little bit. That just reminded me on when I was doing the baking. We're talking to Craig and that, and anyway, I gave him one or two to take home for the for him and Cheryl and the kids. And he says, I don't know about the kids, whether they'll eat them, but he says, me and Cheryl will. And I thought, he says, you know where it is? I says, your kids. I've never known kids like them. They're talking about they'll just not eat what they should eat. I says, when my kids were little, if I made anything like that, like scones, they'd have been sitting outside the oven, waiting for them coming out of the oven, especially when they were hot and they had the butter melted on them. And Craig was saying, I know, he says, we were the same. So he says, hey, get one of them. Are them scones still hot? I says, well, they're warm, they're out the oven. He says, get some butter on, then I want one. So I just split one between, I gave him the top and I had the bottom. We had a taste to see they were okay, like. So anyway, he went off, and I was just tidying up wherever I had to do a little tidying up. And so I've started to do a little bit knitting, and I have just started the sleeve, and I thought, oh, I haven't done a video today. I didn't do one yesterday either. I better get started. So anyway, that's what I'm starting. I'm going to do just a little bit of this, the little cardigan. I haven't done any of it today, but this was how far I've got with Janet's cardigan. It is quite a long rib on this cardigan. I think I have to do about 50, I have to do 50 rows of the rib before I start on the plain knitting. And I'm not sure how many. I'll count them up. It'll take us ages to count the rows up, so I'll count them up. So I'll be doing a little bit of that. I'm going to spend an hour on this one, and then the rest of the night, with my phone again, the rest on this one for Janet. But yesterday when I was at my granddaughter's, this is another little cardigan I started ages ago. It's a little cable and moss stitch. I've shown you it before. And now I was at my granddaughter's, I thought, I'm going to finish that little cardigan. As soon as I finish this one here, any time I'm at my granddaughter's, I'm going to knit this one up anyway. So I was up to the, I had got that far, I got up to the armholes on it before I went to my granddaughter's. So I finished it off. done the shaping for the back. It's a 26, it's going to be 26 inch, I think, for a little boy. I don't think the colour's for a little, the pattern's got a little girl on it, but she's got a like an off-white one on the pattern. But this was the only Aran I had at the time, because it is Aran. And I think this is Majestic Aran. And it has got a little bit wool in it and acrylic, but it doesn't tell you on the label how much. It just says mixed fibres. So I take it it's probably about either 20 or 30% wool and the rest will be acrylic. I think that's where it is. So I'm going to finish that one anyway when I finish this little one, and get this one sorted out and get this up on my eBay shop, because I think it's about time I got that one finished as well. I started it a long time ago and just never got any more of it done. I think it was a little bit too complicated to sit and knit in when I was at my granddaughter's, because that's when I was doing these sort of things with the kids around. If it's just me, I can manage it no trouble at all, you know. But anyway, that's my little bit for tonight. So I'm going to put my TV on and see what crap there is to watch on the TV tonight. See whether it's worth putting the TV on. Actually, I forgot to get a television paper, so I don't know what's on. So I'm just going to switch it on and have a look. But I have got a lot of things on my computer. I can just watch things on my computer. There's nothing worth watching on the television. So that's my little bit for today. So thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll catch you up all another time. So bye for now.